Alrighty, so it's really cold. I wanted to film this in, you know, a professional room with like a nice fancy camera and, you know, make it aesthetically pleasing and like, you know, good and stuff. But I also wanted this to be a very like vulnerable, kind of like, you know, person to person chat maybe, I don't know. And you can't really do that in a professional room. And I get uncomfortable when I'm talking to like, you know, a good old Sony A57 or whatever camera, and like I kind of just feel weird. And so I don't really know how to start this video. I've tried to film it 1,100 times and it hasn't worked out for me. So maybe this time it will. Goodness, I hope I can finish this before it gets dark. Okay, so I'm just gonna start talking because I don't really know what else to do and I really want to get my point across, but if I don't start talking about it, then that's not gonna happen. Oh my god, it's cold. Okay, so alrighty, my name is Gracie Martin. I'm 16 years old, and when I was 15 months old, my dad passed away from a grade 4 glioblastoma, which is a cancerous brain tumor, which is not fun at all. And in addition to my dad, I've watched a handful of family members and close family friends and you know, all the things battle their fights with cancer, some of who have won and some who haven't. But either way, it's always encouraging to watch how people handle it because goodness, wow. But anyways, so being, you know, in those shoes of the loved ones of the people who have had cancer, that puts me in that, you know, good old hashtag cancer sucks category that you see on Twitter and on Instagram and, you know, everywhere. And I was thinking about it today, and like the whole hashtag cancer sucks and like, you know, all that stuff, we see it all the time. And like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing because I do think that cancer deserves that, like, you know, recognition and like attention, because it does suck and it deserves the cancer awareness, you know, thing. But I think that we get to the point where like we see it so often and it becomes so normal that like it isn't like, it doesn't get our attention anymore. And we don't, you know, it's like it has all this attention, but like it isn't like, you know, like genuine attention, which I don't know if genuine was the right word, but I think you're picking up what I'm putting down. Anyways, so I just wanted to kind of like come on here and like give a viewpoint of mine and, you know, just put it out there. If you want to listen, please. If you don't, then don't. But yeah, so basically we live in a world that is full of brokenness, and there is like, we're surrounded all the time by these broken people and broken things, and like cancer is a thing and suicide is a thing and divorce and abuse, and like there's just so much like heaviness that's around us all the time. And it's so easy to let like get discouraging, and it's so easy to just like have it hanging over our heads and like to look at life and see that, because like I said, it sucks and it's hanging over us all the time, and it's obviously not an easy thing to get away from. And so, you know, it's easy to think of like life as like an overall like just crappy thing that like sucks. But as much as there is like bad stuff, there's also amazing, like encouraging, like just awesome things that not necessarily like make up for like the bad, but like they're just, you know, they're just as good as like that is bad. So like, and you know, you've like heard the phrase 1,000 times, like the good days make up for the bad ones, or no, wait, yes. So like there's sunsets and there's weddings and there's births and like there's lemonade and there's dogs and there's coffee and there's songs and there's car rides and there's like clean dishes and warm laundry and all these things to be like so freaking excited about. Like we have Chick-fil-A. Like how can you be sad when you have Chick-fil-A? I don't know. Anyways, like there's so much happy everywhere, and like we don't give it enough credit because it's so easy, like I said, to be like discouraged and surrounded by the bad all the time when there's so much good. So American Cancer Society has an event called Relay for Life, which is basically this massive fundraiser that takes place all over the world. And you come and you walk around the track, and there's like a bunch of fun activities and fundraisers going around, and like it's all to like honor and remember all of the people who have ever had cancer. And so my team is called Limitless Coweta, and the team leaders are me and then my two best friends, Sarah and Emily. And to all three of us, it's just so important, because from my perspective anyways, when you give that $1 or like $5 or $100 or $1,000 or whatever's on your heart in that moment, when you give that, you're not just putting it in this like pot of like science, if that makes sense. Because I feel like it's so easy to immediately think that when you think of like cancer funding or research or whatever, but like your $1 is helping someone like live one more day to be able to tell their wife how much they love them, or to be able to tell their kids how much they love them, or like your $20 is helping someone like just have a few more weeks to be able to watch their kid like walk across that stage and like graduate from high school or college or like whatever it is that they're doing. And like it seems so easy to just like, you know, scroll past that like American Cancer Society ad on Instagram, or like disregard my post about Relay for Life, or like, you know, anything along those lines of like fundraising. But like it's so important to take into consideration where your money really is going, because just $1 or like even like 25 cents, like think about like everybody in the world like put in 25 cents, like goodness, like it just makes such a difference. And I think it's so important to like have that as a thought on your mind. And so the Coweta County Relay for Life is April 27th. It starts at 6 at the Coweta Fairgrounds. And I'll link everything below to donate to my team, or just American Cancer Society as a whole, or me personally, or whatever, you know, you feel like doing. So I just wanted to kind of put that out there and remind y'all of like what our mission really is, because like there's so much value in life, and there's so much value in like giving these people just one more thing to be happy about, and one more like thing to look forward to in a time that is so difficult. So I just kind of want to put that out there. If you are so my phone died and I was cut off, but like I was saying, it just really does mean the whole world when you like go out of your way to even just donate like $1. And I just want to thank y'all for sitting around and listening to me talk and hearing out my opinion and potentially donating. So I don't know if I already said it, but I will link everything in the description bar of this, and it would mean the whole world if you would share this and share our link with all of your people and all that stuff. So thank you so much for your however many minutes this ends up being, and yeah, I think that's it.